Well, if you didn't know, Logan Paul is a very large YouTuber, over 10 million subscribers, I think close to 15 million. I'm not sure, on his Logan Paul's Vlogs channel. A couple days ago, he posted a vlog where he was in what's called the suicide forest in Japan, where apparently a lot of people commit suicide. And him and his crew walked up on a dead body, a person who had recently hanged themselves, and he continued making the vlog. He showed his reaction, his group's reactions. They had a lot of nervous laughter, stuff like that. And then he posted the video. A couple days later, there was a whole bunch of internet backlash. He deleted the video. He was saying that he was trying to bring awareness to suicide. Then he posted an apology video yesterday. And a couple people are like, Kev, what are your thoughts on this? And I think Logan Paul suffers from what I like to call bunk gang syndrome. Okay? Bunk gang, if you're not sure, is a Instagram personality who just does wild, crazy antics, jumping on stuff, stealing stuff, just like being ridiculous. And then he says, bunk gang, ah! And it's just like, the more popular he became, the more crazy the antics were. So what I think happened to Logan Paul was that you get so big, so many numbers, you always feel like you have to top your next thing. You gotta top your latest vlog, your latest video. If you're known for being crazy and having crazy meetups, you gotta be crazier, wilder. You gotta do more and more crazy things. So much so that when you walk up on a dead body, your natural inclination, if you are a, regular person, even a YouTuber, like of normal ilk, would be to be like, oh my gosh, like, let me stop recording, let me call the police, let me do something. But when you are used to views and adoration and virality and stuff like that, it messes with your moral compass. Now, I can't imagine myself getting so big that my moral compass would see a dead body and the first thing I would think of would be, oh my gosh, this video is going to go viral. And that is the dark side of fame, the dark side of virality and followers. The more followers you get, the more, the majority of them love you. And then you just have people who obviously are going to hate you, no matter what. But that adoration you can get power drunk and power crazy. And that's what I think happened. He is feeling the wrath of the entire internet, and deservedly so. It's just crazy. Like, for the longest, I thought this was just a prank. Like, I was like, there's no way that that was real. And it really, really was. And I'm just like, man, how is your thought process so messed up that you can't think that, we shouldn't do that. I shouldn't post that. Like, he shot it, edited it, promoted it. I saw the tweets where he's like, new crazy vlog about to drop. It wasn't until the backlash that it clicked. Oh, this is not, I shouldn't have done this. Absolutely think money plays a part of it. All that, like, you just get, YouTube, for the amount of views he's getting and the brand, he's really brand safe, brand friendly. A lot of kids follow him. For the amount of money he's getting, that's probably all he sees is dollar signs. And he's known for being, oh, I'm crazy, I'm Logan Paul, I'm massive, it's crazy, like, I'm shutting down malls, and that is crazy. I'm always afraid of, personally, on a personal note, my day coming. Like, I always feel like I'm one mistake away from being dragged by the internet. But I can say with kind of full certainty, I wouldn't have made that video. Like, maybe because I'm older, maybe because I've been small for a long time, maybe because I have children, or I would have thought, there's a lot of reasons that I don't think I would have made that. And this is the other thing. You got to have good people around you who will not just be yes men. If you get people around you who just say yes to you all the time, nobody in his camp said, yo, that's not, dude, what are you even thinking? Are you crazy? But when you get famous and rich, people will be around you just because you're famous and rich and powerful, can get them followers, money, or access. They're not in the best interest of you. They're in what you can do for them. And I'm learning this as I go along on my path. The more followers I get, the more people feel like you owe them something. They deserve something. And they're not going to be like, nah, you shouldn't do that. And risk get kicked out of the group? No. And guess what? They're not going to feel the wrath. I don't even know one name of any other person who was in that video with him. And likely neither do you. They fade into the back. It's just Logan Paul and his friends. It ain't whatever. I don't know those people's names. So obviously it's not them. So those people around you don't care if you go down in fire on the internet. They don't care. And that's what's dangerous. The addiction to power, addiction to money, fame, virality, adoration, and the lack of people around you who are willing to dissent with you because they know that they're right. Luckily, I have a wife, and my core friend group are friends of mine who were friends of mine before I had a Facebook account, when I had like 100 YouTube followers. And if all this went away and I worked at Target or drove Uber or worked at Waffle House or, went back to bowling or worked back to the bank, none of my core group of friends or family would be like, oh man, I can't hang with you no more, because they've been my friends for a long time. Our friendship isn't based off my status or numbers or anything like that. And you have to keep people around you like that. Parents, like my parents don't care. Like, they're happy. They're like, great, but they're not like, our relationship isn't based off of how many followers I have. My Facebook got deleted and YouTube got deleted and all my social media got hacked and deleted. I still would have the same friends, and they still would come to my house for tacos, and my kids wouldn't look at me any different. None of that stuff. So I think what can be learned of this is you gotta think, man. You gotta think about more than the views and the numbers and the followers and the virality and all that stuff. You have to think about yourself, the people involved. Like, that guy has a family, and that video will never be deleted. He deleted off his channel. It is up on a lot of different channels. It's up there. And that's the thing about the internet. My dad told me before I even did any of this, anything you post on the internet can never be deleted. So think about what you do before you post it, because that video will never be down, ever. It's there every day for the rest of his life. He will never live that down. And that's the internet. The internet will build you up and destroy you and move on to the next person. So I'd love to hear your thoughts.